Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on BallySpring. So we're currently working on a mowing contract for silage, and I've, at the end of last episode, just leased this baler we're going to use to bale the grass and wrap it for silage. We'll also be using the same baler on our own grass field as well once we finish this contract. But first of all, the priority is to get the contract finished. So I'm just heading back to the field now, and we'll continue with that contract doing the baling. So I think I'll probably just time-lapse doing most of this because you've seen me do lots of baling and wrapping before, so nothing too exciting, but I will continue to record and do it on a time-lapse. And I'll come back to you when we've probably got all the baling and wrapping done. Okay, so that's the baling completed, and interestingly enough, but I was wondering what was going to happen, but yeah, the bales have already turned to silage. Normally you have to wait is it a day or so for them to ferment to silage. These are already silage, so that's interesting. I don't know whether that means we will be able to keep any ourselves or sell them ourselves, or whether they'll all disappear when you take them to the sell point. That'll be interesting to know. I'm not sure, so I'll have to find that out. I'll take this baler back to the yard, and then we'll head back down to this field with a telehandler and trailer, get the bales loaded onto the trailer, and then take them to the sell point. But I'm not sure. With the hay, we've got to keep quite a few of them, but with the silage, because they've already fermented automatically, it seems, I'm not sure whether we'll get to keep them or not. That'll be interesting to find out. But I know with that last contract we did with the hay baling, we got to keep about, was it 4 bales, which is quite a bit, maybe even 5, I can't remember now. But yeah, I'll have to find that out. I don't think I've done a silage contract for a very long time on Farming Simulator, so I've forgotten. Anyway, yeah, I will continue back to the yard, we'll get swapped to a trailer and then head back to the field and get them loaded up. Oh, and I also forgot once again to add the flipper attachment on the baler. I know some of you will be shouting at me again for that. I keep forgetting, but like I say, when we get our own baler eventually, we'll make sure we have that. It's just when I keep leasing them, I always forget to put that on. But it's not the end of the world, it's still doable, it's just slightly slower, stacking them with the telehandler without that on. Anyway, I'll drop the baler off, pick up this trailer here, and then we'll head back down to the field with the telehandler as well, and get those bales loaded. so we're just pulling into the sell everything sell point now, where the bales need to go. Got them all loaded up, didn't take too long. Hardest thing is just navigating these tight roads with the trailer. We're in, there we go. So yeah, well, let's find out then what we're going to get, if anything, for these bales. Obviously we'll get money for the completing the contract, so whether or not we'll get paid for the bales as well. Oh yeah, looks like we are doing. Not bad at all. I think there was quite a bit of money there actually. We're up to 100,000 now. Wow. That was worth doing then. Taking a while to come through, but yeah, we got... I don't know exactly what that was, but that was quite a lot, and that's without the contract completing as well. Wow, I'll be doing another silage contract then. That's another 5,500 just for doing the contract, so we're 105,500 now. Well, that's taken me by surprise. I wasn't expecting it to be as much as that. I was thinking maybe we'll probably be able to sell 2 of the bales or something ourselves, maybe none. You know, we've probably got about 5,000 for them, and another 5 for the contract. But that must be 50,000 we got there. I'm sure we were on about 50,000, and now we're on 105,000. Well, that's made me very pleased. We'll have to do another silage contract at some point, but I think first of all today we're going to have to do the baling or haymaking in our own field, because that's ready for a cut. So I'll take this back to the yard, and then we'll mow our field. I think we don't own a tedder, I don't think, so we could put that money towards a tedder, although I did say I want to get more land. But although it seems a lot, 105,000 is only enough for a very small field on this map. Can't afford one of the big fields yet with that amount. So, but we do have in June, so next month, we'll be able to sell the field beans and the eggs, so that'll be good. That'll be a nice boost to the money. So yeah, I think I'll probably do for now. I'll continue back to the yard and then we'll start mowing our field. Mowing done in the big field there, the grass field. So next job I'm going to do this as hay, so I'm going to lease, I think, a tedder, because we don't own one at the moment, and I don't think a tedder is one of these things really that I need to own, because it's not used very often at all. We get quite a good yield off this field. It's quite a big grass field, so we don't need to make hay very often in it. We can also always keep some hay back from a contract if we do another haymaking contract. So there's not a lot of point keeping the tedder. It'll be something I'm going to lease. So we'll have a look at the use. Oh, this is the U-cell, and there's a lorry in it, which is quite handy to own because that can carry bales. It does auto load, although that's not very realistic, but I would probably still load it manually. That's interesting. I can afford it, and it would speed up the transport of items around the map. And it probably would be okay on this map because it's only a rigid, it's not a trailer on it, so that would probably work. Probably easier than towing our bale trailer around, actually, in some of these tide turnings. Possibly. Not sure. Yeah, I think it might be easier. I don't know. We could try it. If the worst came to the worst, we could always turn it again. But I reckon that might be quite a good thing to have on the farm. Not the best colour scheme ever, but it's going to cost me more, I think, to change that. Oh no, it's not. Looks like it should be free. Never sure which colours to go for, really. Yellow, orange. I think I've been for orange before on a previous series. Maybe red. And we've got silver. Not sure really. Doesn't really matter, I know. It's just maybe not blue. I don't know. Oh, maybe just white. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what looks best really. Maybe the grey. I don't know. Probably the grey looks okay. Let's go with that. That's not cost any extra, so that's fine. There's a load of options with this actually, but let's not bother wasting money. Let's just go with what we've got. Oh, rim colour maybe. Oh, white. That looks okay. That'll be fine. Let's buy that then. It's not what I intended to buy, but I think it's probably going to be worth having at that discount. Let's go with it. We can actually use that to transport the rake, the tether, sorry, back to the farm. That'll be quite handy. Then I won't have to drive down there with the tractor. So, tedding, or tedders. Let's go for a decent sized one probably. Since we're only leasing it, it's not going to cost too much. They're cheap anyway, really. 13 metres, 12.5 metres. Let's go with a big one then. Lease that, it's only going to cost 1,300, that's not too bad. But no, don't want to purchase it, wow. Okay, so there we go. Let's head down to the shop. There we go. Now can we put this, I know this is not realistic, pretend there's a forklift here, the shop is going to load it for us. Let's ignore this. There we go. And then strap that on. Well, that's a interesting purchase. I wasn't expecting to do that today, but we've obviously leased the tether as well, so that's good. Now let's just see how well this performs on the roads around this map. It is shorter than a tractor and trailer, but probably because it's rigid, it's maybe not as manoeuvrable. But we'll have to just see how that works out, I think. Let's head back to the farm and we'll start tedding the grass field. Okay, so here we are back at the yard. That actually went really well. I think it was quite good to manoeuvre it around the turns and stuff. It wasn't too bad. A lot easier than some of the machines I've got, like the combine, for example. So yeah, there we go. There's our new flatbed lorry and a tedder. Not ours, but at least tedder. So yeah, I think that's probably going to be quite a handy purchase, I think, for transport of items and bales and that sort of thing. Certainly a lot quicker than the tractors. Even the fast track is not as quick as the lorry, so that's good. So yeah, now our next job is to ted all of this field for hay. So I'll get on with that now. tedding done. That didn't take too long at all actually. With that side of tedder, it wasn't too bad, so I might as well return that. Won't be needing it again for a while, so no point keeping it. And probably the last job for today, we'll get on the rake and start raking that with, or raking it for baling. And then next time we'll get that baled, I think. Don't have really enough time today to do that. I did just notice the cows have started producing milk again. They've literally just started again, so that's good. May, they obviously restart. So it's obviously between about March and May they don't produce any milk, which is a bit annoying, but I suppose realistic. So there we go. So I'll continue with this and get this field all raked up. Right, so there we go, that's the raking all done, and I'll take this now back to the yard. And that field is now ready to be baled, but that will probably be in the next episode now. So we've done quite a bit today. Not gone quite the way I was expecting, but in a positive way I think, because we've kind of replaced, well not replaced, but that red trailer there on the right is probably not going to be used as much. We might sell it, I'm not sure yet on that. It might be handy to keep it as a spare, but we do have the pickup truck and the lorry now, so we probably won't need it. I might sell it. I'll have a think about that. But yeah, I'm very happy that we bought the lorry over here. It was a very good discount. It was normally 100 and something thousand. It was down to 69, I think it was, that I paid. So that's not too bad. I've still got 34,000 in the bank, and next month we'll be selling the field beans and the eggs, so that'll be quite a nice little boost as well, and probably get some more milk sold as well. So we should get back up to 100,000 quite easily, I think. And then maybe buy some more land, or a baler. Not thought about that yet. Anyway, I think we'll leave it there. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you again in the next one.